What's good, everyone? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, if you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and at the end of this video, if you like what I'm doing, check out some of my old content. I guarantee you it's gonna be lots of knowledge, wisdom, crazy stories, overall good entertainment that you can just sit back, either drink one, smoke one, eat some sabritas, or maybe you're on a drive to work. Just put it on and listen to the story, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the support, all the new subscribers. Either you've been here from day one or if you're new, I love all of y'all the same, man. And I appreciate y'all humbly, from the heart, from the cora. I appreciate y'all, man. So today, I wanted to talk about how was it my first day in juvenile hall. I'm taking it back to when I was 16 years old and I first caught my attempted murder case. I'm taking it back to me getting picked up on the street. I already talked about the day that they took me in when I was walking down the block, going to my grandma's house with my homeboy Sicko, rest in peace. Long live my dog Sicko, man. It's always gonna be Sicko's world, man. Look out for the mixtape coming soon, Sicko's world. So, pretty much, they take me in. Boom, they take me to the police station, and the detective Aranda, anyone that knows as far as Inglewood, Detective Aranda is the one that came, and he was like, hey bro, like, what's up, you gonna talk to me now? And I was like, man, I already told you what I had to say. So he like, all right. Boom, they took me straight back to the black and white car, drove me straight to East Lake Juvenile Hall. And as soon as I walk in, I go in a little room. They bring a homie from Langdon. I remember he's from Langdon because he threw up the L. Anybody, if you're from the West, you guys already know Inglewood and Knox, you know what I mean? We got a lot of history, you know what I'm saying? Shout out all the West, you know what I mean? Shout out all the homies, you know what I mean? I'm not here to bash anyone or anything like that, but I'm just calling it like it is, man. As soon as I was walking in and I seen old boy chunk up that L, I thought he was one of them. So I was like, what? Like, what's up? It turned out he was from Langdon. But what I didn't know is homeboy was just banging on me in front of the Juras, so the Juras could put me on gang file. So y'all be through shot. Even if some motherfucker that looks G'd up trying to play the part, if he's right there around the Juras, if you see him get brought in by a Jura, y'all be careful, man. A lot of these are inmate CIs. Homeboy was just there to bang on me, so that way I could bang on him back and they could know where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be careful. So bam, I go in there. He tries to do that. I flex up on him and he breaks it down. Hey, woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean? He like, all you gotta do is program, my boy. Just program, do your time, and you'll be good. Like, you was just banging on me. I flexed up on you. You broke it down. You talking about program? Man, that was just my interaction. You know what I mean? I'm just letting you guys know so you guys can be careful with MACIs. Anytime you guys go to any new facility, or say you guys just got busted and you're in a holding tank, don't ever talk to nobody about your case. That's one. You don't know how many homies, they didn't have no evidence. No evidence. They just knew who was the ones creating havoc and causing havoc from that hood. So they go and they pick up those heads. Next thing you know, they're in the holding tank and they're wow, talking. Now they got a whole case closed on you where they didn't have nothing. You pretty much buried yourself. So y'all be careful with that. So boom, they take me into like the first little intake room, and I just remember they put me in a cell, and I ain't gonna lie, man, I went to sleep as soon as I got in there. Boom, I wake up the next day. I remember I had a dream that I was on the streets, and I woke up from that dream to the light on. They turned on the light. It's like 5, 6 in the morning. They turn on the light and I'm look up like, fuck. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was scared. I was nervous. It was a lot of mixed emotions. I just woke up saying, God, please let this shit be a dream. Please let this shit be a dream, man. Let me wake up. Let me wake up. Tell me it was all a dream. But it wasn't. It wasn't a dream. You know what I'm saying? So any youngsters watching these videos, y'all be careful what y'all do. You're gonna do something in the heat of the moment, not thinking about it, not knowing that that's gonna mess up the rest of your life. I got lucky. I only did 10 years. But out of all the juveniles that I was with that were fighting life sentences, I want to say 90% got life. 90% got washed up. 20, 30, 40, 50 years life. Very selective few got either 12 or 10 and under. That's why when I was fighting my case, I always said it. If they give me anything 10 and under, I'm going to take it and I'm going to do my time like a man. Because I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck that. I could fight it. I could beat it. Take it to the box. Next thing you know, you got all day. Fuck that. I'd rather do my time like a man. I know I did the crime. Do the time. And now I'm out here a free man. You know what I'm saying? Living life. Talking to you guys. Putting you guys up on game. You know what I'm saying? So, back to the story. So, bam. I wake up to that. And I just remember going to the day room. My first ever breakfast. First ever meal inside jail was a little, it's like a little tray like this, and it had like little sticks, little French toast sticks. It was French, probably like 5 little sticks of French toast with a little syrup and a motherfucking little puck like that, a little meat, a little sausage meat like that, little puck with a milk. That's all we had for breakfast, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, I didn't even eat it. I gave it away to the homie next to me because I couldn't eat. I was sick to my stomach. I just wanted to go home. I kept fucking begging God that just wake up. Please, I'll never do nothing again. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All that. If anybody says that they don't go through that, man, you lying, homie. I'm telling you straight up how it was, man. Your boy was nervous. I was scared. I kept saying, man, please let me wake up. But there was no ifs, ands, or buts. There was no ways around it, man. I had to just wipe them tears and just walk up in there, you know what I mean? I hit RS. That was my first morning there. Right after I ate breakfast, they sent me to RS. Oh, I'm lying. They sent me to medical. I'm right there waiting in medical. It's just a gang of benches. Anybody that's been to East Lake Medical, tap in. It's just a lot of benches, and you're right there with females too. It's me right here. It's another homie, another female over here, and vice versa, you know what I mean? But there's always Hudas watching. But there's, you know what I mean? Little thug this will grab a little booty, grab a little titty, you know what I mean? Something like that. That always happens. But as far as anything else, nah, man. Anybody said otherwise, they lying. I don't know about YA, but I'm just talking about as far as East Lake, because they did have hyenas right there as well. So boom, I go right there. Then they tell me from right there, like, you going to RS. Boom, I go to RS. I'm walking by the S side. Shout out my homie G from Rockwood. Shout out the homie Gangster from Rockwood. You know what I mean? I see the homie G. Remember, he's like, what? Boom. Remember, he threw up the wood. He's like, what up? I'm like, okay, what? But it ended up being Inglewood and Rockwood. I ended up seeing them when I went to school. So, boom, they ended up selling me up with blood. I forgot where he was from. I was only in the cell with him for like 3 days. Then I got direct filed and got sent to Silmar. So, boom, I go to his cell, and then we come out for breakfast. No, not breakfast, we come out for lunch. I had just had breakfast, so we come out for lunch. Boom, as soon as I come out, food just banging on me left to right. And I didn't even know I hit the building where all the homies from 18 were, all the enemies, you know what I mean? So I get there, they bang on me, you know what I mean? I let them know, you know what I mean? There's Inglewood. And I remember, I'll never forget, some homie Malo from 106, from the Tiny Winos, you know what I mean? He ends up getting at me like, hey, fuck, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I remember I like get mad, I like trying to take off, and some other homie, Trusty from 18, you know what I mean? Shout out Trusty from 18, you know what I mean? He was from the Rancho Park. He stops me, he's like, hey, chill, G. He's like, don't trip. He's like, look, we 4 or 5 deep. You don't want to do that, homie. You know what I mean? But if you take it like a G, we'll just give you your one-on-ones, you know what I'm saying? If you want to run it like that, or you could just fly them right now, and best believe you're going to get packed out. So I just stood my ground like, all right, homie, you know what I mean? Hey, we're going to run that later. All right, boom, go out, come back in. That fool Malo was a trustee. He was a KP. So I remember there's another time I come out and I'm sitting at the table, I'm smoking. It's the first time I ever smoked bud inside juvenile hall. And they have a pipe going around, and shout out the homie Klepto from Desmadrosos, from DSM. He's the first ever person to get me high, and he was just coming from Silmar down. I think he had won a quart or something, but I remember he had little the metal piece from the pencil where the eraser's at. You take out the eraser, you take out the pencil, you fold one, you put it in a card or something, you put tape around it, and that metal piece ends up being your bow. Remember, I don't even know how to hit it. I tried to hit it, and I didn't know that you had to get a pencil and put the ash down. If not, it's just you're hitting pure ash. So remember, I tried to hit it. I'm like, hey, I can't hit it. And then he packs it a little bit more and shows me how to do it. Boom, I hit it. I remember, faded. I'm like, damn, I'm finally catching a good little high. You know what I mean? It's like my second day there. And this Fumalo comes behind me. Hey, whoa, this. I'm like, what? Remember, I hopped up, like, what's happening? And that fool got the broom. He was trying to hit me with the broom. He started backing up, trying to wave the broom at me. And we almost got sprayed over there. I remember I had to take it back to my cell. And, you know what I mean? I ended up just being in there blown, like, fuck. This is what it is. Like, all right, whatever, you know? Somewhat getting used to it. And let me tell you about my first visit with my jefita, my first visit with my mom's. She came up to see me at Silmar, and I remember, you know, I break it down to her. I'm trying to be strong. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be strong, but I've only had my mama, you know what I mean? I never had my dad, so I just remember breaking down to her and like, fuck, I'm sorry, mom, like, you know, like, if everything goes good, because she had told me she got me a lawyer and they're looking into it and all that, so it gave me some hope. Although I was going through that, all kinds of emotions, it gave me hope, you know? So I just remember telling her, like, look, I'm sorry, woo, and all that, and she just gave me a hug. I don't even remember if she said anything, to be honest. I just remember her giving me a hug, embracing me, and just telling me, like, everything's gonna be good. Like, don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you. I'm not gonna abandon you. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna ride it out with you, and don't worry, you know, I got you. And, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my moms for that, you know what I'm saying? For always staying by my side, always being there. Even though I know once I went out of state, I wasn't getting visits and stuff like that. And even when I came back, it was like I had been out there 4 years. So we didn't really see each other like that for those 4 years. So when I came back, they were so used to just sending money, answering calls and stuff like that, that's why I say salute Big Saint, shout out Big Saint, because he's the only one that went and visited me when I came back, you know? Other than that, I hadn't seen my moms, my sisters. I went out of state in 2010. I didn't get out till 2017. I didn't see them for 7 years. 7 years I didn't see my family. So if you guys are one of those that you're not getting visits and stuff like that, don't take it personal. It's just life goes on, you know what I'm saying? We're in there, and it's sad to say, but life goes on out here, you know? It doesn't stop just because we go in, it continues. And now, being a father, being older, being more mature, I see that now, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to share my story with you guys as far as how was it my first day being in juvenile hall, and how was it with my mom, you know what I mean? The first visit, me being with my mom, me talking to her, her seeing her son behind bars, going to visit like that, you know what I mean? I can only imagine how she feels. And I would like to sit down with my mom and, you know what I mean, get a little back and forth of how it was, you know what I'm saying? I think that would be dope, and it would be something that people would definitely like to see, a different perspective of not only my perspective, but her perspective, going through it, seeing her son go through those motions, you know what I'm saying? I can only imagine how she felt, you know what I'm saying? Unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, it's your boy Santo G. Before I let you guys go, shout out my sponsor, Killa Kush. If you guys haven't tapped into them, man, go ahead and give them a follow on IG, Killa Kush _420. Or you can find them at their location at 6009 East Olympic Boulevard, East Los Angeles, California, 90022. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's get